Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 2023 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Interesting. Okay. What's very interesting is that we have the Queen of Coins, right? The Queen of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles. So this is a soulmate connection, true love connection. It can mean that you're on the right course with exactly what you love to do. And it can also mean, for some, because this is a general reading, that you are opening up the door to what you love. All right. You can also be falling in love, and it can be kind of through work that you meet somebody. But again, don't lean into that too hard, because then that can kind of make it stop, right? That can make a connection stop if we're just looking. It's like, who am I going to connect with? So just be aware of that. Just know that that energy is out there. All right. And it can manifest now and it can manifest later on, but the energy is definitely a part of us. But we're going from not seeing ourselves as very successful, kind of being very frustrated, to really having a change come in October, where it's like, oh, I am successful. Like, I am prosperous. I am bountiful. And that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Magical. Yeah. Magical reversed here is that we are not embracing the magic of ourselves. We are not seeing ourselves necessarily as very magical. And Spirit's like, well, that's wrong. Like, that is wrong. You're magical. You are brilliant. You are vibrant. It is time to lean into that magic and that vibrancy. And it is time to say, this is me. You know, whether it's quirky or not quite like everybody else, that doesn't really matter. Or whether we think, oh, this isn't magic. This is just who I am. You, as you are, Gemini, is a magical and beautiful thing. You know, the way that you are in this world, you know, the way that we are a part of this world, connecting with the universe is just is magical. It's brilliant. It moves us to the energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Four of Pentacles. Be mindful of vampiric energy. You are releasing a lot of the negative bonds that had been pulling you back before. But there's an energy here that's going to be like, I'm going to try and pull you back to this negativity, to this chaos, to these hurts, to these pains, to these disappointments. And because it's it's a mindset or a way of being that we've become kind of accustomed to over our lifetime, right? These traumas, these pains, these disappointments, these hurts, we can fall back into it so easily. So just be mindful about it. We're moving so far, we've moved so far. Just because somebody says something that kind of triggers us or makes us doubt ourselves, it doesn't mean we're going back to square zero. It just means that maybe, you know, maybe that person just doesn't like us. Maybe we're not the right person for them, and that's fine. In a work situation, when it comes to our money and our success, it can be like, okay, not going to work for that person again or with that person again, if we can do that. But it can just be, okay, you know what? I need to step away and not respond in my own old responses, because that's not going to be helpful or beneficial to us moving forward. So just be aware of that. Okay. We start with the Queen of Coins reverse. The Queen of Coins is, the Queen of Pentacles, this lavish, beautiful, prosperous, successful person coming in. Do we feel that way? No. Right now, we don't. And that's what's crowning it. It can be that we haven't felt that way for a really long time. We're starting to reclaim it. But again, we have those old insecurities coming forward that want to just knock us off our stride forward. So just be aware of this. Be aware also with the King and Queen of Coins, that adage of dress for success, that is going to be so important for us. So important to say, you know what? Let yourself see yourself as successful first and foremost. Now, we can also not be getting along with an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. All right. But this is also going to be a time where we're starting to focus on building our wealth, building our prosperity. And we have a tendency during this time, Gemini, to get in our own way. So this is here something that we would call quote unquote feminine for whatever reason, right? And it's getting in our way. All right. And I don't know why it is that Spirit is calling this more of a feminine thing. I think it is even the sense of I have to take care of everything. That I think this is coming up as, very much that sense of I have to take care of everything. I have to have everything, just so and just perfect. If it's not perfect, then it just isn't right at all. Whereas the King of Pentacles energy is going to be very much a sense of, okay, it might not be perfect, but we are still charging forward. We are going to go, we are going to win, and everything being just right, it doesn't matter. Here, we're going to think everything has to be just right. I'm just seeing those, those posts where everything is perfect, or those YouTube videos where everything is perfect. Their hair is perfect, the kids are perfect, the house is perfect, or the dog is perfect. Everything is just perfect, and it's not real life. It is carefully curated, and it's mostly aimed towards women, right? That absolute perfection that we are going to drive ourselves crazy trying to succeed at and to achieve. It's like, give that up. Give that up. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be successful. So just know that about this time. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be successful. The Two of Wands, a door is closing. All right. And it is something where it closes, or where, oh, that's interesting. Okay. So what Spirit is saying is the door is closing, but it's more closing for the sense of like, don't distract yourself. Don't go out and don't add more on your plate. Do what you need to do right now. You have everything you need to do, everything you need to focus on. It's right here. It's right now. It is going to be so important for us to kind of like finish what's on your plate type of adage. Focus on what you have right here, right now, that needs to be done. And then you're going to see yourself being able to move forward in a very real way, in a very positive way. But I see us wanting to add more onto our plate, Gemini. And, Spirit's like, that's great. I love your ambition, but let's focus on what needs to get done that you already have on your plate right here. The Lovers reversed. We are represented by the Lovers in the major arcana. And the Lovers and us, it's like honor your duality, right? But when the Lovers is reversed, Gemini, we get in our own way. We get in our own heads. We start to overthink things. We get easily distracted. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do, not to be distracted. Geminis are kind of like the zodiac sign with ADHD. And you might have ADHD, right? And so you could think, double whammy. I get you. I'm the same way. I am a Gemini, ADHD, and it's like you need to do things and know what kind of like triggers you off to being absolutely distracted. So here, with this Lover's energy. It's look at your duality. Look at the two things that you really need to get done. It can be work and home. It can be work and going out. Whatever it is that you need to get done, look at the duality of it and be kind of regimented with yourself during this time, because this is a time I see us as getting easily distracted, easily pulled in one direction of one twin, one direction of the other twin, and then everything is just half finished, not getting anywhere. It's all half finished interest, half finished things. So just be aware of this one by one by one. Look at yourself when you're starting to get bored and figure out what works for you. If it's going for a walk, if it's, stretching, if it, whatever it is, it's like taking a break, drawing a picture, whatever it is for you that lets you deal with a distraction or deal with getting bored with something and then come back to it and be positive and revved up, embrace that. With the Four of Swords, we need to rest. There's also going to be a sense here. You need to make sure you're getting enough sleep, Gemini. We can be so interested and so curious in things that we don't get enough sleep. And just so also pushing ourselves in a sense of, well, this needs to be achieved and that needs to be achieved. With the Four of Swords, rest and honor your story. You can also be looking at things and kind of forgetting all the things that need to be done or all the traumatic things that you had been through and be like, well, why aren't I further along? Or why isn't this, better? And Spirit is saying here, calm down, make sure that you're sleeping, make sure that you're resting, and then move forward. And that is going to be a very, very, very important thing for us. With the Death card, this is very strong Scorpio energy. Scorpio time frame is October 23rd to November 21st. So the second half of October can be astoundingly, beneficial and blessing wise for us. And this is an energy of transformation, a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. We are going to see ourselves reborn in wealth and prosperity and really building back up that wealth and prosperity in our lives, in what we want, in what we're going after. So this is going to be a time for us. The month of October is going to be a very transformative time. We can also be really connecting with a Scorpio energy. Now, again, there's an energy that comes up that we just absolutely click with, but we're not clicking with it quite yet. So just be aware of that. But there is also this sense of being very connected with Spirit, being very connected with the other side. And when that comes forward, Gemini, this can also be that your ancestors, those who have passed before you, want you to succeed. They want you to achieve. They want you to, win where maybe they didn't even have the option to win back in their day. And so you're going to be getting a lot of guidance. It can be just kind of conflicting guidance, and that is where we need to really rein in those twins and say, okay, what am I focusing on? Because when we know what we're focusing on, our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestors are going to be able to really help us achieve and succeed. And that's going to be a really beautiful thing because it's a group effort here as well, our success and our prosperity. And then we have the King of Coins. Again, King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, an energy of success, of seeing the way that things are interwoven, of seeing a goal. Take away the perfection during this time. Take away the sense of, that perfect aesthetic that is usually sold to women. And here, I know perfect aesthetics are sold to guys too. I totally get that. But here it's like, I'm going to win. It might be a little messy along the way, right? It doesn't have to be perfect every step of the way. But the end result of success, the end result of prosperity, that's what matters. Now, this isn't lying, cheating, stealing, rating type of energy. This is a sense of, close enough is good enough. I don't have to be holding myself to a level of absolute perfection every single step of the way. I will falter. I will fail at some things. I will need help somewhere else. I will need to get this going. But going in the direction of success and achieving is more important than everybody being envious every step of the way. And that is going to be a really important thing. And that's what I'm seeing here. There is something where we get caught up in the details of things. We want everything to be smooth sailing and perfect and make everybody happy. And that's just not going to be possible. So looking at the end goal of success and saying, okay, my success matters. I'm being transformed into success, into interweaving everything. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It does, though, have to move me forward. It's going to be astoundingly brilliant to do. An astoundingly brilliant energy to move forward in. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Six of Swords reversed. There's an energy here of somebody wanting to push things forward, wanting to move things, but not having all the information. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message is spiritual, connecting with our spirituality, connecting with what is spiritual to us, what is brilliant to us, beautiful to us, is going to be intrinsically important. And then we have here, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is pettiness for the sake of pettiness. It's fighting for the sake of fighting. The Five of Wands is like, it's just nonsense. It's just nonsense and being pulled into nonsense. It will be so easy to be pulled into other people's pettiness. It will be so easy to be pulled into our own past pettiness and say, oh, I can't succeed because of this hurt, this pain, and this disappointment, this anger, and we'll what is it? The cut your nose to spite your face type of energy. So just be aware of that. And excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry. I do apologize for sneezing. Okay, so now let's end this reading, a clearing away of the energy space. I hope this reading has resonated with you, Gemini. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. So let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.